Hi everyone, it's Kimber, the Study Abroad Specialist here, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing 3 of the summer 2022 study abroad programs that you should know about. So the first program that I think that you should consider for summer 2022 study abroad is going to be the American Institute for Foreign Study, AIFS. You're going to want to consider their study and travel program. Now, I just want to point out that none of the programs I mentioned in this video are sponsored. However, I do have a personal relationship with AIFS. I am a proud alum of their internship program in London from 2007, and also of their Florence, just regular study abroad program from 2008. So I do have a bit of a bias toward AIFS. With the study and travel program, it's quite cool because they have different, as I like to call them, pathways. And so within the pathways, this is really based on whatever topics interest you. So for example, they have a really cool art and culture pathway where you get to study in London, and then you're going to spend some time in Venice, you're going to spend some time in Paris. And I mean, I just want to point out from the bat that as I was going through researching and looking at these programs, I got uber excited because most of the programs either start or at some time you get to go to London. And if you know, then you know that London is literally my first love in my life. I love that city so much. I can't even speak enough about it. So that alone would sell me on it. But I love the fact that you're going to get a chance to explore all these different places and study whatever topic area interests you. So for example, with the art and culture, you'll get to start out by studying art and culture, in London, but then you also get to do it in France. You also get to do it in Italy. And there's a couple of other places as well. That is really exciting because, again, even though art and culture is this broad, term, this broad topic area, there are so many different ways to take it, and every single culture has their different way of doing it. And so to get to spend, 4 to 6 weeks just focusing in on that and seeing how, you can compare the different theories and the way that, different artists and, have tied in cultural things within those different areas of the world. That is so exciting. Another program that they have is fashion marketing. That is a huge study abroad topic area that people like to focus on. And so obviously, you're going to get to see London, but you're also going to go to France, which I would have to argue is probably one of the fashion capitals, if not the world. I know that New York likes to vie for that, but when you think of fashion, I personally think of Paris first. And so you're going to get to go there, and you're going to get to go to Milan and a couple of other places as well. So again, focusing on the fashion marketing, that is so exciting to be able to do that within a space where that is championed. And within these programs, you're going to get to connect with experts as well. So you're not just, kind of sitting in a classroom learning from people who are connected to AIFS. They have different workshops and different ways for you to be able to tie it in within real life experience. So another program they have as well is called Science of Wellbeing. So that is thinking about overall sort of wellness, which I think is huge within this time period that we're living in. So you're going to get a chance to study within Stockholm and within Copenhagen, as well as within London. So as I was saying, they have so many different programs for summer 2022. Some of the other ones they have that are quite interesting might be interesting to you if you are someone who is interested in learning about LGBTQ plus history and how that has been impactful in different cultures. They have a pathway for that. They also have one for sustainability. So they have one called Sustainable Cities, where they're basically taking you to different cities where you're studying about sustainable efforts. So if you're someone who is really passionate about the sustainable movement, the green movement, even if you're someone who's studying things like urban planning, that may be perfect for you to kind of learn what different countries and different areas around the world are doing and how you can tie that in. Now, just to kind of point out for what you're going to need to be eligible for this. So as long as you're a freshman enrolled in school, in college, you are eligible to sign up. So freshman through senior. Now, again, this is something that's a little bit different for some of their programs. Just like with a lot of other study abroad programs, you do have to be a junior or a senior, but for the study and travel program, you just have to be a freshman. So that's exciting. I always like to look for opportunities to share with my students of, getting started from the beginning, because again, I always say there's no perfect time to study abroad. There's so many opportunities out there. And so this is exciting that you can go as early as your freshman year. You do need at least a 2.5 grade point average. So that is pretty standard for most programs. Some of them are 2.7, some of them are 3.0. But for this, you just need a 2.5. The pricing for the AIFS programs for their study and travel programs through the summer are between $5,100 and $10,000 US. So it really depends on where you're going, what track you're doing. But again, if you go to that website, you're going to be able to just explore and start looking and seeing, kind of what works. They do also have quite a few scholarships that are available. So definitely look at that and see if you're eligible for those and apply for those as well. So for the next study abroad for 2022 summertime, that I would like to recommend, it is going to be the Cultural Experiences Abroad, CEA. So pretty much all of these programs have an acronym attached to them. But with CEA, one of the things that they do, they have quite a few of these, but I wanted to specifically focus on their study plus internship program in Seville, Spain. So with this particular program, it is similar to the one with AIFS, where it's going to be focused on immersion. And so you're going to have an opportunity to take some sort of like starter supplemental courses. This is very common when you're doing an internship program abroad, because they want you to get familiar with the specific culture of where you are, and then also you can drill down into different topic areas. But with the internship, they have over, I think it's like 45 areas where they can get you involved with an internship. So whether you're interested in art, whether you're interested in advertising, business, marketing, sales, science, mathematics, you name it, they can likely get you involved. And I mean, the opportunity to do an internship for the summer in the capital of Spain, what more could you ask for? I've been to Seville several times and it is beautiful. I've mostly been during the fall, but I can't imagine during the summer that it's any less beautiful. And so one of the things to point out about this particular program is that they do sort of, I don't know how strict they are on this about saying that you can't do it. I don't think that they can necessarily do that, because that would be considered discrimination, but they do highly recommend that you are not a beginning speaker of Spanish. So the main reason for that is with any type of internship, particularly if you are going to be doing it in a country where English is not the first language or the primary language, you want to be able to immerse yourself. That is one of the reasons why people do these programs like this. Of course, you do it to, travel and to go places, but you want to immerse yourself because oftentimes you're trying to get better at your language skills. You're trying to build up connections with people. You're trying to do all of this. And if you are just starting out with your foreign language skills, it may not be the right time just yet, because again, you want to immerse yourself so much where you feel part of the process. And if you are struggling to kind of just get the basics going, and I am not judging anyone, I am horrible with foreign language. I have been since the beginning of time. I keep trying to get better with it, but it is not one of my strong suits, so I'm not judging. But if you are someone who's just kind of starting out with your Spanish language, you may want to just hold off a little bit longer until you can sort of improve and then try to apply for this. This is going to be for people that are a little bit further along. Maybe you've had a couple years of Spanish under your belt. You may not be quite fluent yet, but you feel like you can immerse yourself enough. That is why it is recommended to people who are a little bit more advanced than just beginners. Now, one of the things to kind of point out for this program is that it is not all inclusive. I think that a reason behind that is, every company and organization does it differently. There are some downsides to having it all inclusive, because then it sort of puts all the onus on the organization to sort of, kind of fit what everyone needs. And for what CIEE, what they kind of did is they said, we want to give you some flexibility. So they do charge you the program fee. So that fee, which is going to be here on the screen, that is $6,795. That is just the program fee. So that is just to sort of get you covered with the basic things of the program. Then for housing, that's always people's kind of second question of, where am I going to live? Obviously, it's very important. So what they have done, CEA has done, is they have given you options. They have said that we can help you find housing, or you can find your own housing. So that would be an additional fee if you want to go through them to secure housing, Or let's say maybe you have other friends who are going to be doing a different program during the summer and you want to room with them, you can go ahead and do that, find your own housing. So that's kind of exciting because again, it gives you that flexibility and it doesn't just put it all on CIEE to kind of figure out what should be best for everybody. They're going to help people if they want it, but if you want to find your own housing, that's great. Same thing with your meals. You need to just kind of understand that that may not be factored in. It really is just going to depend on if you feel that you can choose that full option. If you decide not to choose that, again, that's up to you. Things like your transportation and then your incidental things are also not going to be covered by them. So that's just important to sort of think about, because there are some programs that include it, like AIFS, and some that give you a little bit more flexibility. So the third program that I wanted to cover is from CIEE. So that is the Council for International Education Exchange. So all these acronyms, as I mentioned before, you have to remember. With them, they are like AIFS and CIEE. They have lots of different programs. So I specifically wanted to highlight the one in Berlin. Berlin is definitely a popular place for study abroad during the summertime. And I really like this program if you are someone who is going to be interested, let's say, in global policy or in international relations or global politics, things like that. That is obviously, you know, Germany and Berlin, place like that. They are the epicenter for the EU, and you know, a lot of countries like America are great allies with Germany. And so if you are someone who is interested in, you know, studying European comparative politics or European policy, things like that, this is going to be a great program for you. They also have a really interesting course that you can take on Holocaust studies. I think that that would be sort of really interesting to take and just kind of dive deeper into that. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like to actually be in Germany studying the Holocaust and being able to go out into the field and actually, you know, meet with experts and see the different sites. I can imagine how powerful that would be. So if you get a chance to do that, definitely let me know. I want to hear more about it. But with that particular program, it's nice because it includes the basic program fee. So the program fee is close to $4,300 US, and it runs for 4 weeks. So again, it's a short period of time, which is quite nice, but it's really short. And so it includes the education costs. So that program fee, which is going to include everything that's within your program, like, you know, what you're going to need to learn, you know, that's how they pay the teachers. That's how they pay for whatever, you know, you're actually going to be learning in the classroom and within the field that you're going to be studying in. Also, to your housing fee is included in that. And then also the insurance that you're going to have. Their insurance is a little bit similar to CIEE, but you need to just dive a bit deeper because it varies from country to country. Now, what's not included within this price of close to $4,300 is going to be kind of the extended things that you're going to need. So with the transportation, you know, they allow you to go ahead and figure that out yourself. With your meals, that's going to be on your own. Anything that's going to be like your visa / your passport, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. And again, this is quite common for most programs. You really just have to find that if you're going to be doing an independent or like program that is not related directly to a school, that you may or may not be on your own. And so depending on how comfortable you are with that, you have to think about that. But I do think that if you are someone who really wants to dive deeper into the politics realm, particularly at the international level, that you could not find a better place than Berlin to do that. So I would highly recommend to just go to the link on the screen here if you want to learn more about the Berlin program from CIEE during the summertime. That's another great option to consider for summer 2022 study abroad. Okay, and so that is the end of the video. I hope that this was helpful for you. I know that if you are like me, I mean, I'm just so excited to now like be in full swing of travel again. Like, I mean, I did it a little bit before as we were going through all of this in 2020 and 2021, but it was not the same. But now I feel like I am back. And so I think that a lot of people, I know that a lot of students I work with are kind of in that space where they just feel like, you know, now I can just kind of go wherever I want. And yes, you may have the requirements of this or this, but it's still great because you just actually get to get back out there. And I think particularly all of us who are in the field of study abroad are just so excited to see this industry coming back and to just finally get to engage with students again. I know that throughout this past summer and into the fall here, I have been advising quite a few students who are making plans for late 2022, even 2023 now. So if you are that far ahead, go for it. If you are interested in learning more about my affordable study abroad advising program, go ahead and click the link here. Just go ahead and plug that into a search engine, or the link is also going to be below in the description box, so you don't have to worry about sort of typing it in. So go ahead and do that. I have sessions every single week, so you can sign up for whenever you want. Just keeping in mind that they are listed in Pacific Standard Time. So you're just going to need to calculate whatever that is. It should do it automatically, but you know, sometimes systems fail. So just keep that in mind. Also, too, I would like to ask again that you share this video. From what I know and from the people that I know, if you are studying abroad, you are not the only one within your little friend group that's doing it. There are other people that are doing it as well. And so share this video with them. I want to get as many people as informed as possible about the opportunities for all types of study abroad, but specifically for summer 2022. And as you know, I release videos every single Friday, most Fridays. I try my best. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.